please pause the video and read the scenario. So 2.1.1, the difference between London and Cape Town is going to be 2 hours, as London is at 0 and Cape Town is at +2. Calculate the arrival time in Cape Town when the Willis flight landed on the 9th of March 2023. So just a quick method. So the departure time in London was at 7 o'clock and the time in CPT was 9 o'clock. We're working in digital time here. And there was 11 hours of flying time, so plus 11 hours. And if you do a bit of quick maths here, from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m., the total is going to be for a grand total of 11 hours. Therefore, they arrive at 9 p.m. plus 11 hours. They get there at 8 a.m. That was question 2.1.2. And 2.1.3, some quick reasons. They wanted to go on sightseeing tours or they wanted to do a bit of shopping in Cape Town. That's why they arrived 3 days before the race. So 2.2.1, Gordon's mother carried 50 milliliters of perfume and his father 1 liter of wine. Gordon only carried his cycling gear. So A, advise the Willis family which channel they need to proceed to at Cape Town Airport. Well, definitely the green channel. Why? Because they had nothing to declare. Everything they carried was within the allowed limit according to customs regulations. It was also below our thresholds. 2.2.2, name the government body that employs the men. They are not employees of the airports company. South Africa, so who employs them? Well, SARS and customs. Explain 2 duties of the men. They ensure that visitors pay customs duties as required, and they ensure that restricted goods are within the permissible limits. Question 2.3, pause the video and have a read through. So we need to apply DST in New York, and this is plus 1 hour DST. The time difference is 6 hours. Therefore, the message was received at 8 o'clock. Remember, RSA here, Mzansi is at -2, and the US is at -5. Sorry, just a quick correction, we're at +2. 2.4, just have a read through it. So it could be any adventure activity in Cape Town. So for example, shopping for the new bicycle, buying some cycling accessories on either day 1, 2, or 3. Maybe they wanted to buy some energy gels, anything along those lines. 3.1, so we've got some currency exchange rates from the UK. We've got the pound and we've got the USD. Do you think that the rand was strong or weak? Come on. The answer is weak. Don't even. The rand is hustling against these currencies. Give one reason for your answer. Well, it's very expensive for South Africans to buy $1 or £1, as they're both strong against the rand, or simply the rand is weaker against the USD or the pound. 3.1.2, the exchange rate is favorable for British visitors. 3.1.2, 3 possible reasons why Gordon's grandmother insisted that he should buy the bicycle in South Africa. Well, like we said, it's favorable for British tourists. The bicycle will be cheaper. They save on airline charges to transport the bicycle from London to South Africa, and it's quite comforting for him not to worry about his bicycle getting lost or damaged in transit. 3.1.3, the money Gordon received from his grandmother gave him the buying power to afford a top-of-the-range bicycle. So we need a definition here. Buying power, this is the amount of money that a unit of currency can buy in another country as compared to the value in one's own country. Well, if we go to India, 1 rand is roundabout, as it stands today, like 4.7 rupees. So we would have some buying power in India. 3.1.4, if we just do a quick calculation, so this is going to be 3,000 GBP times 21.98, and we get a grand total of 65,940. Okay, 3.2.1. Have a look at the graph first. The answer is going to be 18.8. Next answer, the lowest, 16.82. Easy questions. And remember, we are dealing with money here, so round off to 2 decimal places. And 3.2.3, give 2 reasons why the rand fell. Well, easy. Some proper Mzansi reasons. High levels of corruption, frequent load shedding, high crime, distrust of leadership, political and economic stability. How many more reasons do you want me to give? Haibo Mzansi, Haibo. Question 4.1.1, please have a look at the pictures below. So A, the aim of the matador is to entertain the crowd. This is bullfights. This icon is a symbol of democracy and freedom. So Statue of Liberty. This market in Thailand has many food vendors. That's going to be the floating market. I actually went there. It's really cool. And I went to the Statue of Liberty as well. Been very, very privileged in my life. D, this natural formation has layers of red rock. Grand Canyon. I've been here too. No, I'm just joking. Like I haven't, but I've been to B and C. Very cool stuff. 4.1.2. Identify the 2 World Heritage Sites given in 4.1. So definitely going to be A, Statue of Liberty, and B, we've got the Grand Canyon. This is going to be the bullfights, and this is the Thai market. Very cool stuff. I'm just running back some memories. So after I finished my time at university, I decided to backpack the world, and I was funding my travels through the income I was earning from tutoring. Just a little bit about me, but anyway, you guys are writing pretty soon, so yeah, let's focus. And 4.1.2b, explain 2 reasons why both sites identified in question 4.1.2a must be protected. Well, these sites are important for cultural, social, and economic benefits. They protect the historic and natural environment for future generations. Anything along those lines. 4.2, Machu Picchu in Peru. I will be going here very soon in March of next year. Yeah, I'm going to be backpacking South America. Okay, focus, Ashen, focus. 4.2.1, Machu Picchu is in Peru, and the continent where Peru lies is South America. So answers here, South America and Peru. 4.2.2, describe 1 physical feature that makes Machu Picchu popular. Well, it's an ancient fortress in the Andes Mountains. It's a ruined city of the Inca Empire. 4.2.3, the violent protests had a negative impact on the country's tourism industry. Discuss 2 negative impacts of the closure of Machu Picchu. Well, local guides are dependent on revenue. Tour operators and other business are also dependent on tourism. And the country can be seen as unsafe even after protests have subsided. Anything along those lines and you should be fine. Question 5. South Africa's fabulous flowers and fynbos. So 5.1.1, this is the Cape Floral Regions, protected areas, or in other words, the Cape Floral Region. Complete the sentence below. The answer here is natural. 5.1.3, well, it's in the Cape, so the answer here is Western Cape. 5.1.4, name 1 other World Heritage Site in the province identified in 5.1.3. Robben Island. Also, it's important to note that this Cape Floral Region is also in the Eastern Cape, and there are no other World Heritage Sites in the Eastern Cape, so your answer could have also been none if your answer to 5.1.3 was Eastern Cape. Okay, 5.2, just have a read through it. So the fynbos is unique to this region, and tourists are drawn to see the fynbos, as it's special to witness this. It will be protected, and tourists can be sure that it'll continue to exist. It's a draw card for tourism to the area, and also different types of tourists will be attracted to this biome, and it generates quite a big income. 5.2.2, discuss 3 threats of uncontrolled fires. So it'll have 1, a negative impact on tourism. It can destroy tourism infrastructure, neighboring communities, and, well, hiking trails. And 3, irresponsible tourist behavior can lead to a loss of, well, human life. Those 3 are adequate. Question 6.1, name the marketing organization responsible here. It's going to be SAT, S-A Tourism, and you can even write the word tourism. Identify 1 type of tourist that will be attracted to this event. Well, business tourists, education tourists, anything along those lines. 6.3, name 2 other international travel trade shows where South Africa is marketed. This is proper learning work. Easiest one here was the WTM, the World Travel Market, and that one in Germany, ITB, International Travel Berlin. 6.4, discuss 2 ways in which international travel trade shows can position South Africa as a destination of choice. So we need 2 succinct points here with a bit of an elaboration. So international travel trade shows will increase networking opportunities. It'll also create awareness for South Africa as a big travel destination. Question 7, we've got a professional image here. Discuss 2 ways. So, while in uniform, no inappropriate behavior. No inappropriate behavior. It creates a sense of pride adorning your uniform. The design is appropriate. Uniform is also elegant, sophisticated, and it represents the airline. The answer to 7.2, cabin crew. 7.3, give one condition as part of the airline's code of conduct on the following. So, cabin crew must report for duty on time and be able to manage their time, not be late, anything along those lines. Punctuality means to be early. The treatment of passengers, just don't be rude. And they shouldn't become too familiar with the passengers. Question 8, this is all about sustainability. Give one word for the definition below. Answer, sustainability. 8.2, discuss 2 ways how the hotel can manage each of the following sustainable practices. So, water. With water management, they can capture and harvest, rainwater. They can reuse grey water. They can reuse bath towels. Energy management. They can make use of alternate energy sources. Maybe even utilize solar. They could use trees and plants instead to create cool areas instead of air conditioning. 8.3, discuss 3 positive impacts of tourism on the global economy. So, definitely job opportunities. It contributes to higher GDP, gross domestic product. It assists in the development of new infrastructure. So just 2 ways in which you encourage these businesses in 8.4 to make use of the Weaver digital system. Well, if a business is aware of its carbon footprint, its carbon emissions, solutions can be found to lessen the impact on the environment. The businesses will become more serious about sustainability and will make the effort to change the operations. So the businesses will become a bit more serious, a bit more intentful, and they may even qualify for certification as a green business. Anything along those lines is sufficient enough. It's just suggest 2 ways. So question 9, we have an article about the FIFA World Cup. Feel free to pause your video and have a read through it. Question 9.1, give one reason why the extract refers to a continent and not to a single country. It's because the World Cup is going to be jointly hosted by 3 countries in North America, Canada, the US, as well as Mexico. 9.2, identify 2 reasons why it'll be unique. Because it's going to be the first time that 3 countries are going to jointly host the event. 9.1.3, give 2 reasons why the 2026 World Cup is considered a global event, because it attracts spectators and participants from across the globe. And this event will have a positive economic impact on all 3 host countries. It will also attract interest from the media, sponsors, and support staff traveling with all teams. 9.4, discuss one positive impact it'll have on the North American economy. Well, it'll attract more visitors, and therefore foreign exchange will be generated and shared by all countries. More products and services will be needed. Jobs, entrepreneurial opportunities will be created. So, as you can see, answers are getting quite repetitive, and also it affects GDP. Explain the concept multi-entry visa. Well, simply put, a multiple entry visa will allow tourists to visit the 3 countries more than once, whilst the visa is still valid. And they will only need to apply for 1 visa to enter 3 countries, and therefore it makes the entire process less bureaucratic. There's just less paperwork to deal with. That's a multiple entry visa. So, question 10, explain 2 reasons why the findings above are important to tourism businesses. Like I always say, please pause the video and read through it on your own. So the findings are valuable to all tourism businesses to retain its, number 1, customer base. And number 2, the findings will show how the company's weaknesses serve as a guide for the business to develop its plan of action. 10.1.2, explain the meaning of the finding. It takes 12 positive experiences to make up for 1 negative one. It means that it's much harder to win back a customer, as it will take many attempts to do so. And these attempts will place extra strain on the company's financial resources. Bad service can lead to a loss of customers, and it'll take time and effort to win back a customer. Anything along those lines will score you those 2 marks. Anything. 10.2, study the cartoon. Pause the video. 10.2.1, state one way in which management could respond appropriately to this customer. Look at the state of this guy. So we could reassure the customer of his or her or they, it's 2024, I'm trying to be inclusive here, don't cancel me. reassure their value to the business, and assure the customer that it won't happen again. Something generic like that. 10.2.2, recommend one strategy to win back the customer's loyalty. Customer loyalty is also known as patronage. Well, we can follow up with a personal call just to check how they're doing. A call is it's a lot more personal. It shows that you care. The company can also ask the customer to suggest ways on how to win back their loyalty. Sir, what can we do to ensure that you have a better experience with us next time? Anything along those lines. So just ask questions. And that's it.